Go ahead.
Hello and welcome to the Geek Remix podcast. This is episode 5. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Mari.
So, as many people probably know, Hideo Kojima was gallivanting with some friendly-looking faces at the DICE Summit, or the DICE Awards, rather. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he was pretty much palling around with Benicio del Toro and Norman Reedus, like, posting vague, like, pictures being like...
Is Benicio del Toro, like, his...
That's...
Who's that?
Oh, not Benicio, sorry. I wrote Benicio, but it's Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, I thought you, like, knew something I didn't. I was like, is this some sort of top
No.
fan
We've both
name?
fucked up his name in different ways.
Okay.
You can't... Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, oh, maybe she, like, knows something that I don't.
No.
No, Mari, in wherever he's from... It translates to Benicio.
No. I really like that you gave me the benefit of the doubt, where you were like, oh, yeah, she just definitely knows more than I do. No,
I genuinely thought, like, if I corrected you, you'd be like, yeah, duh.
Duh, Mari. Duh. Okay?
Duh, you idiot. Benissimo, that's his Christian name that he prefers to be called by.
God. It's written in the nickname field in the CRM software. Yeah, but it's like they're posting videos, pictures to social media and stuff, and of course, like, everybody was like, I was really excited, and I was trying hard not to be, because...
Here's the thing, Stacey, I'm wondering why you're excited about this, because you absolutely hated playing PT.
I know.
You hated it.
I know.
You didn't want to play it anymore.
I know. Go if you want a really good laugh, go check out our PT playthrough and just, like, listen. Did you leave
We left the room twice, and we stopped playing, and then we played again, but we had to, like, psych ourselves up for, like, 24 hours.
Yeah. No, we played it in, like, one go, but it was like a...
No, we didn't. We took a break we went to sleep, and then we got up the next day. Yeah. Because we were like, let's just leave it as a quick look, and we didn't do it, and then we played it the next day.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. And then we kept running out of the room every time something scary happened.
So there is a way to be, like, excited and fascinated by, like, creepy, gory things while simultaneously terrified of them. You know?
I don't know. I feel like you're like, I'm not calling you, like, a fake. I'm being like, why are you so excited to hate yourself?
Well, I was really excited for Until Dawn, remember? And I was hating it.
You hated it.
And I was hating it every moment while we were actually playing it.
I was not scared of Until Dawn at all until Stacey was so scared.
Because I'm really scared of jump scares.
I was sitting there like, I'm being like, yeah, okay, cool. And Stacey's like,
I know. I was, like, dying the whole time. And Mari was just like...
I can't imagine you playing Outlast 2 with me. I was scared of Outlast. Like, I was, like, crying because I was so scared.
What game... I think it was either Until Dawn or... No, Soma. Where you had to look at me and, like, stop the game. And you were like, get it together. Get it together.
And then I had to play ahead and be like, nothing's gonna happen here. You're fine.
Because... Yeah, whenever we play scary games, like, I don't know, I just, like, I get so... Psyched up and, like, into it that it scares the shit out of me. But on the one hand, like, I loved Soma. Mm-hmm. And I liked Until Dawn, too. It's just, I'm hating it while it's happening. And then afterwards, when you look back on it, you're like, oh, man, the story, like, and the characters I enjoyed.
I can handle it to a point. Like, towards the end with that weird thing that kept following us around... I was like, nope, I can't deal with this. I'm leaving.
Which one? Are you talking about Soma?
Yeah, in Soma, where it was like moving around all weird.
Ah!
It was like a fucked up version of us. It was just a suit filled with gel, and it was like moving around all creepy. And I was like, no, I'm out of here.
Yeah, we didn't even explore that. That was the one place we didn't explore at all because we literally just ran around.
Because it doesn't stop following you.
Yeah.
Well, I read later that if you make one door close and then run out through a different door, it'll go through that door, and that gives you time to look around a bit.
Okay.
But, yeah, let me figure that out while I'm in blind panic.
I know. Yeah. But it's just, like, it seemed like it was... Okay, so to bring it back, Silent Hills just seemed like it would be like a really cool project. I was fascinated.
It'd be really cool to Let's Play because we would just... I would have to tape Stacy to the chair.
Probably.
Oh my god. I can't
Edward, do you remember?
imagine.
I did the same thing when we played The Last of Us.
The Last of Us wasn't even scary.
No,
and you were
but
freaking
remember,
out.
you had to yell at me a couple times and just be like, Stacy, like, relax.
I didn't yell at you.
Okay.
I spoke to you, but
No.
it was words that I would say if I was yelling, but I was speaking to them to you.
Well, you yelled at me once, but that wasn't really your fault. It was because you were really sick and on a lot of cough medicine.
Yeah, I was so high.
And I was like jumping all over the place, and you were just like, stop it.
Oh,
stop it now.
I just remember how I felt that day because it was like, you ever like when you're sick, you're like, everything is just like, what? What's happening?
Oh
We're
my
playing
God.
the game and Stacey's like freaking out. I'm like, you knew that was there.
I don't know. I get really freaked out during stuff like that. It's like,
I get scared too, just to be fair. I get scared.
thank you. Okay.
But
Because
I get scared in a different way.
Yeah.
I get scared internally where I know that I have to focus on what's happening so that I can't be like freaking out about that thing.
Well, it's funny because when I played Until Dawn on stream,
Uh-huh.
it was like not scary to me whatsoever.
Exactly,
I was like,
'cause
wow,
you're
like
playing
no,
it.
yeah, because you're playing it and you're like, oh, no big deal. You're not like as. I don't. Well, it was also because I knew it was going to happen, so I wasn't as freaked out.
Yeah.
But there was one game where we played where you were a lot more scared than I was.
Which game was it?
Oxenfree.
I was?
You were more freaked out than I was in Oxenfree.
Because I think it was because there
I
was
don't-
things that you didn't know were there until you looked at them.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was going through the editing, I was seeing shit. I was like, "What the fuck?"
You were like, Stacey, there's things in the background, and I was like, yeah, okay. It was like a little freaky, but not.
I like slow burn freakiness.
Yeah.
I like the scariness that you don't know it's scary until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm telling you, like, once my like jump scare meter gets tipped off, though, I'm just like wired.
I don't know what we're gonna do for Outlast then. Well, Outlast
It'll be fine.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh,
You'll just have to make sure I'm like half asleep when we record it or something.
It's so whoa. Oh yeah. So and also they've been hinting at Guillermo del Toro tweeted that he was going to go see Kojima, like gonna go meet him in real life.
Yeah.
Well, so they're either gonna fuck or they're gonna make a video game together. Like,
yeah, we're,
or both.
Who knows?
Hopefully they don't break up.
But I mean, they presented together like at the award show, and Guillermo del Toro took a shot at the quote unquote money people in charge of the entertainment and games industry.
Oh.
He said, "I think it's a pity. It is a marriage that happens in every big industry. The storytellers look ahead to see what they can discover, and the money people look back to see what is a safe route. There is tension there. Like in the cinema, you have beautiful indie games that are subtle or poetic. It's limitless. It's only limited by the bastards with money." Which I was like,
Oh.
So
I really hope that they make a game together. Sony picked him up, so I think Sony really wants that. But speaking of Sony, in another division, fuck off, Sony. When it comes to Kesha, what the hell?
oh yeah,
You couldn't put Kesha in another division, another music division or something?
I don't really understand how a lot of that stuff works. Law is confusing, but you would think that they would have been able to do something about like anything.
Just put some context. Skip ahead if you're like sensitive about like rape and shit. Kesha was raped by her, not manager, but her producer.
To be fair, that's an allegation. That's not.
Well, she said he did a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to get out of this contract because he does all this shit to me.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let her out of it.
The reason why I'm clarifying that it's an allegation is that's probably the loophole that they used to keep her in the contract and everything.
Why
because
don't they
they're like, Because they're like, oh, it's like he said, she said, so I guess we never really know. But it's like, if somebody is willing to go to the point where they're saying those types of things, most likely you shouldn't have them in a contract together anyways.
Well, so what the thing is that she's not going to be working with him anymore, but she's still going to belong to his studio. So he still owns her music, and they're just not going to work together anymore. And it's like, how fucking...
How just... That's just, like, you'd be so... Because then you're just sitting there thinking, like, wow, I'm making this person money. You know? Anything that I put out is going to be making them money.
It's going to be helping them.
Yeah.
This person who did this shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to suck. How long is her contract? Forever?
I have no idea. Normally, like, recording artists do a contract of, like, a certain number of albums.
She can David Bowie it.
And what?
David Bowie, he signed a really shitty contract way back when.
Oh, yeah.
And he came out with this amazing album. And then he found out, like, his manager owned, like, 50% of the songs forever.
Ugh.
Or it was, like, some number like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So he just did extremely experimental, like, weird bullshit.
And saved the other one.
And, no, he did it for, like, 5 years. So he did basically everything he, like, really, really wanted to do.
Yeah, but wasn't
like,
sure if it was gonna...
No, he knew it was gonna be disgusting. But, like, it was, like, really weird, poorly selling shit. As soon as he got out of it, he made the most, like, money-making, really good album ever.
To capitalize on everything, and was just like, see ya!
See ya, dude.
Yep.
So maybe she can David Bowie it, like, just wait it out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait it out, like, turn out some studio, like, records and, like, not give a shit. Yeah. And then as soon as it's up, get the fuck out of there and make some shit.
You know...
And make all the songs being like, I know what you did, here's exactly what you did, I'm going to say it over and over to this hit hot beat, and everyone's going to know because it's such a hot dance song.
Well, do you remember, like, this was, like, years and years ago, but Christina Aguilera wrote a whole song that was about, like, being like, fuck you to her producer.
Didn't she marry her producer?
Different producer.
Oh, okay. Oh, her ex-producer was a douchebag, though.
Yeah, exactly. So she, like, when she put out another album, she was like, the song was basically just like, fuck you, 'cause you suck, I hate you, fuck you. Not really like that at all. I'm paraphrasing. But, also at the DICE Awards, Nintendo's Satoru Iwata, so sorry about that name pronunciation, gets posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award, basically for being awesome. Posthumous meaning they honor...
I know.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
No, I'm saying for the audience.
Oh.
I know you know that, but like posthumous meaning they are honoring him like after he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fallout 4 got top honors at DICE, which is kind of like,
Who did?
Fallout 4. Yeah.
I mean,
well, here's the thing: is that I don't think it's a bad game.
I don't think it's a bad game either, but compared to their previous... I hate to be that person who's like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I feel like it made it cleaner, but at the same time, a lot of the stuff was just whatever. Just whatever. I could jump into Skyrim, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas had better quests. This is the problem I have. The game has voice acting, the game has a bunch of stuff to do, and like there's all this stuff, but everything just felt like
there's no spark.
No spark. Nothing that really is just oh cool. I don't know. I feel like when I played the other games, all the other games, I feel like as Bethesda has come out with more and more open world games, like from the past to the future. And I hate being this person, but I really genuinely think it's true because I like played Skyrim and then I played Oblivion. And I was playing Oblivion being like, why are these quests so much better?
Yeah.
I feel so much more involved in more
invested
in these quests because they had such great storylines and they were so different and interesting. And then when we get to Fallout 4, it's just kind of like, it's here. Here it is. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels weird.
I mean, I can see why people picked it because it's a very ambitious and, like, big release game. But
there's a lot of great things about it, like building the settlements. That was a really good idea that they took from the modding community. You know, romancing anybody you want. That's pretty whatever.
Hey, whatever! Yeah.
That they took from the modding community. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that. And the whole main storyline, I was like, and I feel like a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah. When I talk to people, most people that I talk to, I feel like have the same opinion that we do, or like I hear the same thing. Aside from the people that are always asking us, like, hey, are you guys gonna like start up your Fallout 4 playthrough again? Which we're not. Because
sorry about that. Because it's just I don't feel anything. The reason why it's entertaining is because I'm trying so hard to make it fun for myself.
Yeah. I'm
trying really hard to make it fun for myself, but really I'm just like, internally I'm like, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I know. It just, and I mean, I felt like we had to just like really try really hard. Like, remember we would like sit there and write notes about like what to talk about before each episode? Yeah. Which like we usually don't do. We just kind of...
We only do that for games that require that type of research, but we were writing down like joke notes, which is something we never ever do.
No.
Ever.
Because because there was just so much space of just like expanses of walking around
and to be fair, that happens in Skyrim and in Oblivion and the Fallout games, but I feel like there's like more in there.
Yeah.
There would be some guy like running up to you like, hey, you, I'm a guy, blah, 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 blah. You know? In Skyrim, there was like a dog. It was like turned out to be the servant of a god. And you're like, what? In Fallout, I feel like that doesn't really happen. You're like, oh, I found a farm. Oh, you grow berries here.
Oh, more red roaches.
Yeah. It didn't feel like a living world.
Yeah. But they're actually working on 3 new games, like longer term projects. This is in addition to the already announced like the DLC for Fallout 4, which like I don't know what would they make for DLC. Really?
I mean, they can make anything they want for DLC. There's a lot of content to do. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, the magic's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's missing. The magic. They added a bunch of really cool stuff that I very much appreciated when I was playing, but the magic wasn't there.
I know. You know, and even when we were like, when you were telling me about some of the characters being like, oh yeah, like I love this character and you're going to finally get to meet them, it was just kind of like, eh. The only one that I really, like, I don't know.
Kate.
What?
Kate.
No. She was, like, okay. I really liked Ken Connolly. Because he was just, like, the Silver Shroud.
Oh, yeah.
He was so cute. But everybody else just seemed kind of... I mean, Nick Valentine was pretty cool.
Like, even when I was playing by myself, usually when I'm playing these type of games, I would think to myself, like, who am I? What are my motivations? Blah, 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 blah. Like, and here's my story. Blah, 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 blah. And it just, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
My hope for the 3 new games that they're working on is that they just get back to some of, like, the magic. Yeah. As opposed to, like, because sometimes I feel like games can try to be too ambitious, like bite off more than they can chew, and make it so grandiose in scale.
Okay, keep what you guys have right now. Don't add more.
Yeah.
Fix your engine. Bring back the magic. The voice acting, whatever. You know what? I appreciate the voice acting, but I just, like, was sitting there like, I feel like I'm missing something, and I think the voice acting really cut down on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But what do you think those 3 grand projects are?
Well, they're longer term projects and games, so big projects.
What does that mean, do you think?
I don't know. I would assume that it's not going to be something exactly in the vein of Fallout, because that would be
probably a new IP, or let's hope they're not trying to make a fucking another MMO, but maybe. I'm hoping not something mobile. No,
I think the impression I was given was that it was like bigger than that, bigger than a mobile game. I feel like a lot of
what can be bigger than.
They just said it's a long-term project. They didn't necessarily go into the scope of the project. I assumed that because it's a longer-term project, people don't usually refer to like a mobile game that way. A mobile game is usually like, I don't want to say a cash grab, but, you know.
They're like, we're thinking big, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what could that mean?
Yeah.
What's bigger than what you already make? That's not an MMO.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, all we can do is speculate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see, like, where they try to go with it. But it, like, makes me, like, the reception of Fallout 4 makes me a little afraid that they'll try to just, like, repeat on that success. You know? Like, that they won't, because not enough people really...
Well, everyone bought it before they knew.
Well, I know, but, like, even, like, most of the reception that you hear about aside from, like... people, like, aside from, like, individuals talking on Twitter and stuff, like, most people are like, oh my god, this game's amazing, you know, and it wins awards and stuff, and so, like, what are they gonna learn?
I appreciate all the things that they did. They did a lot of great stuff, but the most important thing in a game to me, especially with, like, Fallout and Elder Scrolls and stuff, is making me feel invested in the world. And I did not feel invested in the world at all. There was nobody I really, truly connected with. I guess I connected with Kate. I don't know. There's nothing that I really was just like, wow, I'm in
care. This.
I'm in this.
Yeah.
I'm whatever. I don't
know. If you've ever wanted a Dragon Age XCOM crossover.
What?
Yeah. BioWare producer, Mike Dara.
Oh, is this that Twitter thing he did?
Yeah, he put out a poll basically saying, like, hey, would you guys play, like, a tactical Dragon Age game? And people were like, what? And I think, like, 50% of people said yes or, like, something like that. And he clarified that it would be in the vein of Fire Emblem or XCOM, which I'm not really sure what that would
I like XCOM. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be on a grid turn-based strategy.
Well, I mean, he didn't elaborate beyond, like, 5 words, so we don't really know that for sure.
No, I'm ready for it.
But he just basically said, like Fire Emblem or XCOM. Tactical like that. That's what he said.
So it's a grid turn-based strategy game.
I would assume so.
I'm excited. I forced Stacy to watch me play XCOM while she was doing something else. And
I was entertained.
I kept turning around and talking to her, and she's like, but we're not let's playing it. And I'm like, but look.
I know.
Look at this.
she's like, oh my god, did you see that guy? Did you see what he did? And I was like, okay, I saw it. What was it? I was doing something, though.
You were writing a script.
That's right.
I kept turning around being like, look at this XCOM 2 combat!
Yes, because I was trying to imagine, I was like, what? I was like, why would I be working on something that I was, like, being interrupted in, you know?
Yeah, because, no, you were here because you were sleeping over.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and then I kept turning around and you're like, Mari, we're not recording this. And I was like, I know, but watch!
But
did you
watch,
see that part?
Look, it's so amazing! I love that you made me as a character in XCOM.
Yeah, and then there was this
Did I die?
No. Well, technically you did. But
you respawned me?
No, once a character dies, they're dead. So
Did you just remake me over and over?
No, I got myself stuck in this situation where you kept dying. So I had to keep reloading, and my saves were like in a weird position. So I like replayed the same turn. 11 times. Be like, maybe this time. Maybe
this time I can
go
save
like
her.
this. And just like you and Todd were in this like horrible mission that was going very badly. And I had to replay like different turns over and over to keep you two alive, and I was getting really upset.
Tell them about what happened with Ark.
Ark?
Yeah.
Oh. So I was playing Ark, which is like this game where a survival online game where you tame dinosaurs, let's say. You wake up and you're naked on an island.
Oh, perfect.
And so I went off, gained a few levels, and then I went off and found a dinosaur, punched it in the butt like a bunch of times until it passed out and fed it berries.
Wait, you donkey punched a dinosaur?
Well, you see, you don't want to kill the dinosaur, and you also don't want to damage it. So what you have to do when you're at a lower level is just punch it in the butt, because if you punch him on the butt...
I see.
Well, you can punch him anywhere you want, but if you punch him on the butt, that means they can't turn around and get you.
Yeah.
So just punch him in the butt. And then I dosed you with narco berries. And fed you a bunch of your favorite berries while also giving you narcotics. And then you were
What kind of dinosaur was I?
It was the, like, tall ones with the, like this.
Like a...
they can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's almost like that, like, bike helmet thing where it's like a thing on the back.
Yeah, you were herbivore. So I leveled you up a lot. I felt confident that you would not die. And so then I'm walking around, picking up stuff, putting it in your inventory. I don't know where it goes.
Yeah. In my inventory.
Yeah, I don't know where it goes, but it was going inside of you.
Oh, great.
And then out of nowhere, a big-ass carnivore comes out of nowhere. It wasn't the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it was something else. But it was pretty big. And I was like, we need to get out of here. But of course, you ran off and started attacking it.
I'm gonna go get it!
And I was like, no, don't do it! So I run after it. It's too late. We've already aggroed it. So I'm like, maybe I can use my spear and we can both kill it together. Then my spear broke. And I tried to use some other stuff. Didn't work. Kills you. And I had the option to run away. I could have run away. But I was too upset that I've, like, invested all this time to leveling you up, so I just punched it until it ate me. And I had no weapons left. Everything was broken.
Stacey, no!
All of my weapons had broken fighting this thing. No clue. Just punching it so mad. And then I quit the game forever.
Was it this one, the Hadrosaur?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the Hadrosaur. I was so mad. Anyway, so don't name anything in video games after your friends.
Yeah.
You'll have a bad time.
Because all they do is die.
It's like when you name your Harvest Moon animals after your friends and then they die. You're like... Or after your pets, which I do anyway. Except for my chickens. I always name them like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of them. Yeah.
How have you been doing with Story of Seasons?
Good. I haven't had a chance to pick it up in a while, though, because I've been distracted doing other things.
You know what I do?
What?
I don't pick it up after a while. Forget where I am and forget what I'm trying to do, and then I restart.
Oh, yeah, you forget. Well, because I feel like I'm almost, like, stunted from starting it again because I'm like, I forget what my objective was. And I get really hung up on, like, what I had planned to do on each day. And so then I'm like, if I open it now and I don't remember, like, what I had planned to do, what am I going to, like...
Exactly.
What, I'm just going to go in without a plan?
It takes for fucking ever to get married. Jesus, yeah. It's like real dating or something. Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting that Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons, in case you guys don't know, people, like, they, like, fire the entire staff of Harvest Moon or something like that, and they created their own... studio, and now they make Story of Seasons. Mm-hmm. Or something had happened where the Harvest Moon devs were like, no, fuck that, I'm out of here. And they started making Story of Seasons. But I think it's interesting that of all the video games in the world, Story of Seasons kind of has the most realistic...
Yeah, most realistic dating cycle.
Yeah.
Where it actually takes forever.
It actually takes a year.
Yeah.
Where you have to talk to them every day, bring them a gift every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't necessarily bring someone a gift every day.
Hi, I brought your favorite. How do you know that? I looked it up.
I looked it up on a forum. Oh my god, when I
looked it up on fogu.com.
I made you your favorite recipe. Oh god, I'm just picturing, like, if somebody ever, like, really got into my brain, like, even now, sometimes my husband will, like, do things for me that I'm just like, how did you know I like that? And he was like, because you told me once, like, a couple years ago, and I remembered. And I was like,
I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, this is a trick.
I don't believe you.
I don't remember things that well. And I'm the jerk because I forgot his birthday, like, a couple of years in a row.
I forget Raphael and I's anniversary every year. And every year about the same time of his birthday, I have to, like, log on to this ancient Facebook account that I have and look at his thing. Mm-hmm.
Just to, like, make sure.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, when is his birthday?
I don't know. Like, I always, for some reason, like, usually at the beginning of a year, I write out everybody's birthdays and, like, what I want to get them. And then for some reason, it's like after that happens, I just end up, like, progressively forgetting everybody. It's just...
And then, of course, you can have reminders, but you don't remember to put in the reminders. Anyway, so you're like, whoa, wow, Mariah and Stacey, we were such great friends. And I'm like, yeah. Right, okay,
dude. We're not. We're just normal people who forget your birthday.
Oh, and dear everyone who somehow thinks that Stacey's, like, the sweet, shy, innocent one. I don't know where you got that idea from.
Mari always gets really mad when people will, like, write messages to her that somehow imply that I'm, like, the nice one.
Or Stacey's, like, the victim, and I'm like, oh, okay. Right, Stacey. I don't know if you've ever talked to Stacey in real life.
I don't know what Stacey you're talking about.
I went to the Star Trek convention with Stacey. She was scary. Someone, like, said half a sentence slightly rude to her, and she shut them down. Okay. I don't know if you, like, imagining you ever dealing with anything that you don't want to do is impossible to me. You left a man's car by itself when you didn't want to be in it anymore.
Yep.
Some guy was like, just stay in the car, like, while I'm doing something, and she was like, no. She left it.
And I just left.
She doesn't do things that she doesn't want to do ever, which is a good thing.
And if people tell me not to do things,
oh, my God.
God forbid.
It's not even a joke.
Okay, that's how I ended up, like, lifting all of that stuff when I worked at the moving company. Because they would always just be like, you're a girl, you can't lift that, like, refrigerator freezer combo unit. And I'd be like, really? You don't think so? And they'd be looking at me like, okay, but we have dollies for that.
No,
this is not person a joke. Needs to lift it.
Guys, this is, like, not a joke. If you tell Stacey not to do something, she will do. I'm not joking. This isn't funny. It's a problem. If there's an easier... We went to pick up Stacey's, like, new furniture.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, some guy was about to bring it to my car, and she's like, I got it! Throws it over her shoulder, one-armed, and was, like, looked back at him like, yeah. What?
Yeah. Later,
nerd. I'm out of here. Like, didn't even want to, like, acknowledge his strength ever existed.
Thanks, but I'll take it from here.
Like, so aggressively, too. Wouldn't even let him, like... He was, like, about to, and you were like, no.
He's probably about to just, like, be really nice. And I just, like, was like, no, not having it. I don't need it.
No. Thanks, we got it.
And you were like, okay, Stacey, I'm following you to the car.
Pretty much.
Like, running after me as I'm, like, storming away with this furniture over my shoulder.
I was like, okay, I gotta help her bring it up. Takes it out of the car, one-arms it, like, books it up the stairs. So I'm like, that's really heavy.
What are you doing?
Where are you going? What?
I always picture you as kind of like, you know, in the anime, there's always like the one little short person that like bounces around.
The chibi one?
Yeah. Who's always like, wait, where are you going?
Where are you going?
exactly how I picture you.
Wait! In order to open the secret door, you need this! It's me! I got little bunny ears. Wait! Hello! Stacey's the quest, like she's got her sword, like just trying to open the door. Hey, in order to do this, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, why don't we just break it open? You're going to need the key! That's great.
One other thing about Fallout.
Oh, wait.
What?
Remember that same day we were in the car and I had the windows open? And we were talking about people who we used to live with and used to be our friends and how they had that really intense lesbian triangle.
Yes, I remember that conversation. And that time. Yeah.
Okay, so we had these friends and I was just like talking about how they had like this very... I know, okay.
Like love triangle?
They had a love triangle and they were like very deeply into it.
But I feel like they were also kind of all in denial about it.
Yeah, they were in denial about the fact that they were all lesbians, but they all were like living together and telling each other that they loved each other and that they all wanted to like... Okay.
Where are you going with this?
Anyway, so I said... Yeah, they had that really intense lesbian love triangle going on. And then I realized that there was a bike rider right outside our window, and he goes like...
Right outside, what? Like, my window, on my side. So, like, Mari's
and
like...
he turns his head, and I just close the window.
And the two of us are just, like, sitting there in the car, like... Oh, God. You know where you, like, put your head back into the seat to see if you can, like, melt into it? You're just pressing it back.
It's just the way he turned his head, he was like,
What?
What?
Like, very clearly had heard what we were talking about.
Well, because he was right next to the window, and I was like, just gonna close those windows. Just, like, power open them up, and just closed on his face.
And he's
and
like...
we were just like, yep, time to go. Like, we were at a red light.
Yeah. So, you know, you're all just, like, sitting there, trapped with these people who may or may not be listening to your conversation or, like, see you, like, singing embarrassingly or picking your nose in your car.
It's just the way he turned his head. He didn't even try to stop himself.
Like, whoosh!
He didn't try to stop himself from noticing. You know? He was like, what?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Can you imagine his side of the story? Anyway, this is a gaming podcast.
Yep. I was gonna mention that one of the other Fallout 4 things is that one of the game guys basically said there was like still hidden things in it, even though people have like walked every inch of that game at this point.
For what game?
For Fallout 4. But it's kind of unclear whether they're saying that because there's
probably some like bullshit like...
yeah, like, is it anything good at this point? Like, people have explored the ocean
in
Fallout 4.
You saw that video?
Yes! Like, they've explored the whole ocean. Somebody actually just, like, wandered around in it.
And he took away the ocean layer and just was like, and here's over here, the little house over the ocean. And everyone's like, wow, fascinating.
Wow!
And I'm like, this is the worst video I've ever seen in my life.
So... But at that point, it's kind of unclear, like, if there is anything in it, is it anything worthwhile? Like,
yeah.
And are they just saying that to kind of, like, woo, mystery, go find it, kids, you know?
I don't know. I just feel like, well, we can go off the map, but I don't think it's going to be anything good. It'll be like, look, over here, there's a whatever.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, look, there's a reference to, like, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yay!
Woo!
Woo!
But now that you've said that, though, you know what you just did to me?
What? You made you want to go look?
Yeah.
Where are you going to look that other people haven't looked? That's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's you. So you have to find everything.
And within 23 hours, I will have found it. See, what you had to do was, at the very beginning, reverse time.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So dumb.
The Blade Runner sequel has a release date in 2018.
Great. Cool.
It's basically 2 years from now. Ryan Gosling is in the lead role. Harrison Ford is going to reprise his role as Deckard from the first movie. And it's reportedly going to take place decades after the events of the first movie. Now, you guys may not know this unless you watched our Life is Strange playthrough, but Blade Runner is my favorite movie of all time, and so I am like really scared of this. Really scared of a sequel. I mean, like, on the one hand,
Is it done by the same director?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, you realize like it,
what if it's a remake?
No, it's not a remake. It takes place decades after the
movie. What if it is, Stacey? What if they change their minds?
Oh, God! I don't know. On the one hand, I want to be excited, and I like Ryan Gosling, but, I don't know. There's a lot of hesitation. Although I did feel pretty good about how things happened with the Star Wars Force Awakens. That made me feel like a little more optimistic about like, hey, maybe they can.
About life?
Yeah, like
start believing again.
Hey, I started believing in the film industry's ability to like
make something good.
Yes.
You know what I think?
Not let us down.
I think the recession has affected all forms of media to the point where people got really sick of shit. Really sick of shit. Because for a while, they were just cashing in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
making garbage.
Garbage.
And now everyone's like, God, please stop making garbage. Please, video game industry, stop making garbage. Please, everybody, please stop making garbage. And now all the industries are like, oh, shit.
They're like, shit, we can't make garbage anymore?
God, we can't purposely make garbage anymore. We can only do it accidentally.
Yeah. Like, just cash grabs, basically.
What I think what's great about the indie market is that people can make games on smaller budgets and still make a lot of money because they're appealing to a smaller niche. I think AAA games, they're like, just stop spending so much on making the game and then make it good. Well, yeah. Okay, that sounds like a really...
Wow.
No, okay. What I'm saying is, I don't understand how they can simultaneously spend so fucking much on a game and then at the same time treat their employees like garbage and then throw out a game that sucks. How about, like, just stop worrying so much about the graphics and worry about making the game good. Yeah. And then everyone doesn't have to suffer so fucking much. What's AJ? Is that AJ?
I'm just petting the chair.
Oh, okay. I thought you were petting AJ.
No, it. You know how, like, sometimes the fibers go one way?
And it was bothering you?
Yeah, and so I just wanted them to all go the same way.
Okay. I feel you.
I was petting the chair. Petting it. No, not like that. I'm sure everybody is going to understand what I'm talking about, right? You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think that if they didn't pool all of their resources into one thing at a time and make ridiculous promises to investors and stockholders, they could actually, like, be profitable. But they're not. They're not profitable. Like, make smaller studios making games that are a little, not completely niche, but a little bit more focused towards their demographic. Yeah. And make them good. Stop trying to get everybody for the same game. Stop putting billions of dollars into one game and thinking everyone's going to want to buy it.
Yeah.
Just make 3 smaller games for cheaper. And then people will buy it.
And make them, like, and they'll have a better story because, like, you'll have a specific customer in mind as opposed to, like, we're just going to make another game, but it's going to be, like, bigger and better and, like, with more explosions and stuff than the other one. Than, like, the 5 other ones we put out.
And that doesn't work. It clearly doesn't work. And you know what's working? The indie industry, because they have smaller dev teams working on more niche products.
Well, and it's a lot of people who are, like, driven by, like, a clear goal and clear focus.
Yeah.
You know, whereas when you get onto some of these, like, imagine the difference between an indie dev team who's, like, which is, like, 10 people, but they're all picked, or, like, together because they were like, oh, my God, we really want to make this game. We really want to make it.
The Witcher 3 made by technically an indie team. I think it was done by a very small team, and it was done really well, had great graphics, because they knew what they wanted to make.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when you get into, like...
I mean, it has its shortcomings. It doesn't have a diverse cast or anything, but it's like... They made what they wanted to make. It's not like they're bad people. They just live in Poland, I think. So there's, like, no black people there. So they just didn't realize. But they had a focus. They made what they wanted to make.
Yeah. And I think sometimes on, like, the really big releases, you end up with, like, hundreds of people working on the same game. And it ends up, to some of those people, at least some of those people, just being, like, a corporate job.
Yeah.
You know? Because you've got people on the developer team, on the marketing team, like, PR, and all of these other things that, you know, not everybody is going to be, like, 100% invested in the way that it's so crucial when you're talking about a smaller team of developers.
Well, like, a huge amount of the budget for a game goes towards marketing.
Yes.
Like, half.
Oh,
and
my
here's
God.
the thing. I never see any of those ads. Me, I'm a gamer, and I always know the games that I want to have when I have. Never see any of those ads. And I know that's hard, like, not a good example, because Stacey and I, like, we look up shit all the time.
Do you know where they put those ads?
Like, on TV and shit.
A lot of times, yeah. Like, they play them on, like, basically sports channels, so I see them all the time.
Really?
Isn't that depressing as shit?
So that's what the problem is. Oh, women don't play our games. I'm like, well, fucking, right? Like, what?
Yeah. Like, when I saw a bunch of commercials for... You know, like, when we were, like, watching football and stuff, like, because I like watching sports, and so, you know, you'd see ads for Fallout 4, Tomb Raider, and, you know, a bunch of other stuff, and it's just, like, but honestly, when I'm on YouTube, I don't usually see ads for games. I see ads for, like, random shit. Yeah.
Because you're under the female demographic.
I know. And it's, like, really annoying because that is time that I would actually like to see game marketing. I feel like...
Sometimes I feel like our CPM is lower than our male colleagues because our female audience is such a large percentage. Mm-hmm. We have a really large percentage female audience for a gaming channel.
Yeah, we're, like, 50-50.
The average is like 15 to 8% for female. Sometimes I feel like our CPM is lower because video game whatevers. Advertisers don't really target. They check off male, but they don't check off female. Mm-hmm. That's sometimes, I'm like, why is our CPM lower than our colleagues? And I can't prove it unless I really like do another thing where I ask everybody what their CPM is, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen a gaming ad in a long time.
Yeah,
for me,
I rarely ever see them, and it's weird because all of the videos I watch are gaming videos. Pretty much everything. So I don't understand.
What do you get? Like,
oh my God, did I tell you that
I was watching Pro Jared and I got I got a commercial for tampons.
Yeah, I'll get commercials for, like, feminine products. A couple times I got commercials for kids' toys, which I don't even have a kid.
Yeah, but it's assuming that you do. See, that's what the problem is.
Like, I don't understand why, like, where would they even get that idea?
Because I get shit for being a mom, too.
Oh, my God. It's, like, so annoying.
So this is what bothers me, is it's, like, so our audience is 50% female, which I am very proud of. Yeah. Very, very proud of, because that's hard to do. It is. Within gaming channels, it's very hard to get, like, a 50-50 split of male and female, because most people have, like, no female at all. Like, most of the channels I like have no female at all. So, our ads aren't as targeted as other people's. So, when other people have their gaming channel, people are getting gaming videos, gaming ads. Mm-hmm. Our videos... We get, like, for the women who are watching.
Oh, I'd be interested to know in the comments if people want to write down if some of the women want to write down some of the ads that they get for our videos.
Yes, I would like to see that too.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have YouTube Red and you're not using AdBlock, what kind of ads do you guys get when you watch us? Because I feel like my YouTube experience, I'm watching, like, all dude shit. Well, quote-unquote, masculine things.
Yeah.
And I don't get...
Or at least you're watching gaming videos, so you would think you'd get ads for gaming things.
Because that's a more targeted ad. That's a more valuable ad.
Yeah.
And it's being put on what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just bothers me.
Before we get into questions and anything.
Oh, by the way, CPM is the value of the ads that we get.
Yeah, it stands for cost per meal, which is cost per 1,000 views.
Yeah, so basically, if you guys watch an ad on our channel, and it's a very targeted ad, and you're like, oh, I'm interested in that, and this video is about gaming, it's worth more.
Yeah. Anyways, before we do questions and whatnot, did you want to open the box?
Oh, yeah! Do we have a knife in here?
What?
Do we have a knife in here? Uh-oh. Oh, just hand me that screwdriver.
No.
Oh, Stacey's gonna brute force it open. This is our, we haven't opened... This is our Geek Fuel one.
Yeah, so we got a Geek Fuel box. So we get these each month. We're sponsored by Geek Fuel.
Yeah.
But we were going to open it and tell you guys, like, all the stuff that came inside of it this month.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, so
we'll tell you the Geek Fuel link at the beginning and the end. What is it?
Yeah, so our referral link is geekfuel.com/geekremix, and you'll get $2 off your first box and a special bonus item when you sign up using that link. And we get supported by that, and you get cool stuff. So.
Yeah, so win-win?
Win-win!
So here we go. We're opening it. What's inside?
So it comes in a nice little red box.
With nice red paper. Let's see.
We got...
Deadpool! Oh, this is a good month. This is a good month.
So it has they have a little magazine. Oh my gosh, they have a retrospective on Alan Rickman.
Oh.
I know.
I wanted to watch Galaxy Quest earlier, but I didn't.
Oh, man.
Ooh, a Deadpool keychain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's heavy.
They were saying that there would be ooh, look at all this cool stuff.
Are you waiting?
Seriously, because I know that I'm going to get this stuff too.
Oh, what is this?
What is that?
Oh, cool. What is this? I don't understand.
Oh, I think that...
Sugar-free... Oh, it's like a... Okay, so there's...
Is that you... It's little balls in a tin, and you complete the puzzle in order to open it, maybe?
What? I want to have my candy!
No, so listen to this. When, my relatives, every year, they used to give all of, like, the kids, the grandchildren, a maze box with, like, a dollar bill... or some money inside, but you'd have to complete the maze with the little ball in order to get the money out. And they basically just did it every year to, like, troll all the kids.
And all the kids would be like, damn it,
I can't open it!
So there's candy in this box. Let's see if I can open it without...
Oh, but there's also, there's a game.
Oh, shit.
There's a download code for Elliot Quest.
On Steam. Yes. Oh yeah, you get Steam download codes. You get a free game every month, I think.
So, this is cute. Look at the little magnet.
Oh my god, I see. Oh, okay. I thought I genuinely could not open it without solving the puzzle.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool, but I want my candy.
That's cool, but seriously, what the fuck?
Seriously, I want it. Here, you try one.
Yeah.
Which sour candies.
Oh, they're sour? I love sour candy.
Okay, don't eat too much on the podcast because some people get weirded out by, like, mouth sounds, I think.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, it's too late now.
Sorry for mouth sounds.
Okay, so we got, like, the thing I'm playing with is, like, little metal balls, and you want to get the little metal balls on the tiny little magnets. It's a fun toy. Oh, it's the hat from Firefly, right?
From what?
Firefly, remember? He's like, my mom sent me this hat, and it's orange and yellow. It is! It is the hat from Firefly.
Oh my god. That is so awesome!
Check this out!
I'm only happy because I know...
Is it clashing with my blue hair very well?
No, it looks fine.
Can you imagine, like, how many people would stare at me walking down the street with this hat on with my blue hair? People would be like, oh.
No, it looks fine.
What is this? A Deadpool burrito?
It looks like a burrito.
Let's open this. The best part
about
about
this is the T-shirt.
It says, I heart chimichanga, and it's a Deadpool shirt.
Chimichanga?
Chimichanga. It's a Deadpool shirt. You get a free shirt, a free game. Well, not free, but you get a shirt.
No, you get a shirt included every month, whereas I know that some of the other, like, gaming boxes, like, they don't.
Yeah, so if you don't have clothes, you can get a new shirt every month.
And, you know, I really liked the one that they did. So they had one that was, like, it was, Jack Skellington, but as the Joker.
What? I didn't get that one.
And then there was another one that had the history of time travel, which with everything from like the TARDIS up until the hot tub time machine.
Retro video game magazine.
Ooh. Oh, so this is like the.
Oh, what is this? A magnet? Limited edition collectible 3D magnet. 3D magnet.
All right. So that's a bunch of cool stuff. So if you are interested in getting a box of geeky goodies every month, you can sign up at the referral link, geekfuel.com/geekremix.
But each box does come with a game that's a Steam code game, and it comes with a shirt, and then they add, like, I know that each month they add some sort of candy to it.
Really?
Well, last month we got
some sort of edible, because one time it was like an energy drink, and then there was like mints and.
Yeah, last month was Mario mints in this really cool tin, and the mints were shaped like Mario blocks.
Mario bricks. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
So.
This one has like a cool game on it. I'm gonna be amused with.
Ooh, shiny.
Shiny balls.
So a couple other things. People had asked us if we would take questions during the podcast.
Right.
So, the first question comes from Dreamfall Tiger. What are your wishes for Dreamfall Book 5?
Stacy's right about everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much like. I just want AJ.
It's not wrong to want to be right, Stacy.
No, I know that. I want verification of the theory.
I feel like you've already been verified in what you thought was going to happen.
That she was asleep.
Yeah, I mean, the ending of book 4 verified that. So I feel like that's already been, but you want it to be an opening where it says, YouTube user Stacy of Geek Remix was correct, and you were all wrong, and you're very bad people for telling her she was wrong.
Yes, and all of you who yelled at her and said she didn't know anything about games are stupid. Now, on to book 5.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what you want. Direct validation. From I'm not gonna lie.
The developer.
It felt really good when one of the devs was like, "Yes, this is correct," and I was like, "This is the video that all the people were telling me I was wrong about."
Oh, are you talking about the Life is Strange?
The Life is Strange one about the moral. It's called The Morality of Time.
Yes.
Where I was basically like, "You're pretty much a shitty person if you do all these things," and everyone's like, "No, Max is a good person because I'm a good person. I don't want to be bad." And then finally, like 5 months after the end of Life is Strange, episode 5, there's a comment that says, "Yes, Mari, this is exactly right. That was the moral of Life is Strange." And I was like, yeah! You're all bad people! Like, it felt so good because that was the one video people gave me the most
crap about
because they didn't want to, like...
Oh, wait, it wasn't the Mr. Jefferson is the bad guy one?
Well, no,
because like, out of
it was
control.
The longest one. The longest one where I got the most shit, where people, like, people didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
For the Jefferson one, I got shit for being a feminazi, but it was cut short because I was proven right.
Yes.
Now all I get on comments on those videos is like, shouldn't you finish the game before you make theories? I mean, it's been out. Like, this has been proven. And I was like, shouldn't you look at the date of the video before you comment?
Yeah. It's an episodic game. Of course you make theories in the middle.
Yeah. No, because a lot of people will just be like, yeah, this has already been proven. I'm like, yeah, I made this before it came out.
Yeah? So do you have any specific wishes for Dreamfall Book 5?
Also, Keon and Liko fucking.
Yes. Well.
No, fucking.
Okay. All right, no.
I wanted there to be no doubt because Stacey and I got in this huge Sounds really petty, but it was important. Stacy and I got in this huge Tumblr fight, not with each other, with this other guy on Tumblr being like, I don't think Keon's gay.
And we were like, what?
What are you talking about? He's like, there wasn't anything that implied that he was gay at all. Like,
except
I
that
didn't
he says he's gay. Oh
except
my God.
that he says he's gay. And then for like 5 minutes he talks about how gay he is and how the society of his people is okay with gayness and how like it's kind of like what's the word? Good?
It's, yeah.
Encouraged to be gay if you are like a priestess and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, he was just like, I just don't see any proof. I mean, I still feel like it's up to the player if he's gay. Like, I think he's gonna end up with Anna. And then we're like showing him screenshots of the developers saying he's gay. And he's like, I just don't. I mean, I think you guys are just. And then all these other people are like, I think you guys are just reading into it. And I'm like, no. How gay do you have to be?
Yeah, I know.
How gay? What does he have to do?
I don't know.
And that's why I say he needs to straight up fuck on camera. With Keon.
I do hope that they have, like, some sort of, like, I don't know, something
then
that
they will say,
solidifies
maybe
the
Keon's
relationship.
bisexual.
Maybe.
Maybe he's bisexual. No, he's gay. He says, I don't like women.
Ever.
I've never liked him. Never did. Don't like him. Not into him.
I've never been interested, is what he says. Something like that.
Even if you're not talking on the roof with Liko, he's when he talks to Cat Girl, he's like, I'm not interested in women. She's like, okay.
Yeah, she's like, whatever. Yeah.
So relax, okay? How do you play this game and not know that he's gay?
All right, so in answer to your question, we're hoping that Stacy is right and that Keon is like super gay.
No, he's already super gay. I want there to be a moment where no matter what you say,
yeah,
you cannot deny that they were fucking.
Mhm. Maybe it'll like show them like, you know, like that BioWare scene that you always have where like it just shows the two of them like hugging with no shirts on. You know?
No, let's Dragon Age Inquisition it. Dorian straight up butt naked.
Yeah.
Showing
that
the
was
butt.
like,
Yeah. Or, you know what, bring it a whole new level. Sarah standing up from after eating your pussy and goes, you shaved it?
I know, she's
wiping
funny.
her mouth.
It's so real.
I can't believe you shaved it. Wipes her mouth. Titties everywhere. Can't deny that what just happened.
Nope, you cannot deny it.
But yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. And another question, a question from Sonic Blonde. If you two could exist in any game universe, which would you choose?
You know, that's always a hard question because people always assume that they'll be the cool guy in that game universe. But really, you might just be some rando.
Yeah, like you'd be the NPC.
Yeah.
Just talking in the background. Who doesn't exist when the hero walks out of the frame.
It's like, I wanna say Mass Effect, but I'll be dead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not Commander Shepard, then...
You're dead.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I'll be trying to, like, fuck people. Everyone's gonna be like, why is this human so weird?
Yeah.
Unless I could be an Asari. Then you can do it.
Brain sex.
Yeah, everybody wants to fuck Asari, so then I could do whatever I wanted.
I think... Game universe. You know, I don't feel like I have any good answers for this one because like the first one that jumps to my mind is definitely not where I should be.
Where?
Because the first one that comes to my mind is The Last of Us because it is so beautiful and like I love the destruction. And then I'm like, Stacey, if you had trouble playing it, how would you actually live in it? You wouldn't.
Your ideal version of yourself is a badass with no fear.
Yeah, I know.
But no one's like that.
I know, exactly.
Not just you, nobody. Like, all these people who are like, yeah, I'm making a zombie apocalypse. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
No, because most people die in a zombie apocalypse.
Including you. You would be dead. The chances of you being the one alive are very
let's
slim.
not get, like, really depressing here.
You'd be dead.
You'd
Everyone
all
you
be
love.
dead.
And if you were alive, you wouldn't want to be alive.
Yeah. So, I think... I mean, Dragon Age seems like it could be fun, except for the fact that there's no toilets.
Oh, check it out. This is from the hat that I got on Geek Fuel.
Mari has no ability to concentrate on one thing, especially if I'm talking.
Sorry. Space is cold, so make sure you have a warm hat to go with your brown coat. With an abundance of grenades. Make sure you're staying shiny in this cap, whether you're robbing a bank or saving a certain captain's life. Again. So that's like, it definitely is from Firefly.
Yeah, it says so on the thing.
Oh. Well, I found out on my own.
No, I'm proud of you. Very good.
Okay,
very good job.
Continue what you were saying.
I think, yeah.
You were talking about how you wanted to be in
Dragon
The Last of Us.
Dragon Age could be okay aside from, like, I always look at, like...
I think Dragon Age would be the most acceptable.
I always look at, you know, like, medieval type games, and I'm like, I don't know about the toilet situation.
Yeah.
Without knowing about that, and, like...
Whenever I make up fantasy worlds, I always add in that there's plumbing.
That there's plumbing, and, you know, that people have invented tampons. I feel like...
Or you can just, you know, magic spell.
Oh my god, if I could just, like...
See, like, I've thought about these things.
Magic, like, shut down the uterus, and so you just don't have to deal with it at all. Maybe that's, like, why...
this is why you gotta spend at least 3 hours a day daydreaming about fucking twin princes.
Of course.
Who fuck you at the same time.
But I think Vivienne has... Like, her outfits are, like, totally on point. I could see
there's
myself...
There's nothing stopping you from dressing you from like that
From dressing like that?
Yeah, there's nothing. You could if you wanted to.
I mean, I could. The only thing... Where?
Anywhere you want.
Here, so it could get covered in AJ fur?
I mean, anywhere.
Work so that they wouldn't, like... I don't know.
You can't wear, like, a stylized version of what she wears to work. Like, it could just be a dress.
Yeah. I think you're, like, giving me a lot of credit for how I dress at work. I wear, like, leggings and a sweatshirt.
I'm just saying that you can, though.
Oh, right.
You can look for a dress with the same kind of angles.
Mm-hmm.
Wear boots.
Then I would really be the oddball.
Why?
Because, like, nobody...
I'm just saying, if you want to be ridiculous, you can. No one's stopping you. The only thing stopping you
I feel like you're daring me right now. You're like, I dare you, Stacey. I dare you to wear that to work. Nothing's stopping you, Stacey. I feel like you're just not committed enough.
Are you wanting me to dare you so you can have an excuse? Because you're like, I know how you are. You're like, so you're daring me. This is a triple dog dare. Is it? It is, isn't it? And you're like,
it is, isn't it?
I don't know. I was asking you if you wanted some popcorn. Oh, so you're daring me to... Did you say that I can't eat this whole bowl by myself? Oh, you dared me? And you're like, God. I feel like you were like, so this is a dare, huh? You're daring me to do it?
No, because the way you were...
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Did you have any questions?
Yeah. Okay. Open up. What kind of experiences are you looking forward most in virtual reality games? From Jesse D. Vrias? Jesse de Vrias?
Oh, yeah. I read their Twitter handles.
Prime 5x5.
Yeah. Virtual reality. I don't know. I don't know if virtual reality is going to be the type of thing that I can comfortably play. Because I always think of, like, the really cool experience for me would be to be, like, underwater. But if I did that, I would flip my shit. You know? All of the experiences that seem like they would be the coolest seem like they would also be terrifying.
Maybe, like, Pokemon or something. Or something else simplified, where I could move around with hand controls, but I could look around. Maybe some dating.
I'm telling you, this could be, like, Ready Player One. What?
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Maybe something not so intense. Like maybe...
Oh, you know what would be really cool? It would be really cool if they took a game that we already liked, like that is already a fan favorite, like say maybe a Mass Effect game, and reimagined it for virtual reality.
I was thinking something more along the lines of something simpler like Mass Effect. I mean, not like...
That's my idea, Mari.
Life is Strange, where you can go up and you do things, rewind time, but like all that, but you're in first-person mode. You move around like with some sort of joysticks in your hands, because I saw some peripherals with hands. And like you can put your hand up to rewind time. And then when you're talking to people, it matters if you're looking at them. Oh. Things like that. Like some sort of like, you know, those social sim games. Mm-hmm. It matters if you're when you're talking to them, it matters if you're looking at them. Or at least facing your head towards them. Or it matters like if you're staring at their tits or something. It matters.
Oh, that might be tricky, but that seems like it would be neat.
It would be tricky. You just go, like, if the player's facing the boobs, they get mad at you. Stuff like that.
The boobs.
Also, I mean, if I was living by myself, I wouldn't be opposed to, like, the virtual reality porn, but from what I see, everyone acts as if it's very disturbing, but I don't know if they're, like, saying it's very disturbing because they're being forced to be put on, like, a stage in front of everybody. Where it's like, so what did you think about our porn? And everyone's like, it's interesting. I was kind of weirded out, but it's like, I want to know what people think when they're by themselves.
Yeah. Like, honest reviews about it, as opposed to, like, people being put on the spot.
Yeah, I feel like, because I watched this video where they were doing a demo with, like, an audience there, and, like, this guy was, like...
Of porn?
Of porn. It was really weird, and the guy was really uncomfortable, and the guy who was in it, like, who was the presenter, of course, was being like, so what did you think about it?
Yeah, what are you gonna say at that point? I mean, I'm not, like, you know... I'm not here to, like, shame anybody about it, but you can't expect somebody who's being put on the spot like that to, like, give it an honest opinion.
I want to know what the opinions are of people who are, like, given, not, like, I don't want to say creepy people, but not people who are, like, deeply into porn either, just, like, people who watch porn on their computer once a day. That type of person. I want to see what their opinion is, like, an honest opinion. Because I don't want to, like, read it from some, like, deeply hentai into weird shit guy being like, it's great.
Like, I never have to leave my house again.
It's perfect. I can now render my waifu as real. It's
boy.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Dr. Krieger, that shit.
But then again, I'm like, maybe I could just VR some Garrus Karen in there. A lot of people could VR their
I know.
Chloe's.
You could actually say hello to Garrus Vakarian in Mass Effect in
Can
virtual
you
reality.
imagine people putting, like, their video game favorites into the, like, porn models? Oh my God, that'd be like a whole new level of garbage.
Don't! I can't think about it.
Because it's so amazing.
Yeah. I can't, like...
now you understand.
No, because I, like, thought about it and it, like, burned my brain. I was like, God!
Because you know that if you did it one time, it would be over. It's true. If you did it one time, it would be everything that you ever, like, thought about, and then you're like, oh, God, now what? What do I do with my life? It's over.
Yeah.
People could write fan fiction VR games.
Oh, wow.
See?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
coming
that's
up with way better ideas than all these fucking weirdos.
Yeah. I think the fan fiction... It would be kind of like a romance simulator. Can you imagine, like, Cute Demon Crashers, but as a VR game?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, coming out on top could be a VR experience.
That'd be, oh my God, like, if you actually put effort into making, like, a dating game into VR.
Yeah, dating games in virtual reality would be...
With the end, with sex. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, but you could have the option to be in first person or in third person. You can choose.
Oh my God, so you could just watch other people having sex?
Well, you can make your character, so you can choose to be in, you can either choose to be in it, or be able to look around it. All the different angles.
Oh, I see, yeah. Okay.
Wow, I'm making $1 million.
All right, we need to move on to another question.
No, we gotta stay on this one. You guys got plans on getting a P.O. box? I got one, and then I forgot about it because they said I had to come in person and, like, verify it, and then I was like, nope.
So that you can just be some weirdo?
Yeah. My genuine... Okay, but that question was from Sticky Hunter. This question is...
I don't know. Is that something that people are really interested in?
We get asked a lot.
I know we do get asked about it.
I would just feel guilty.
Getting stuff?
Getting stuff all the time. I just feel guilty. My genuine question actually is that what are both of your favorite series of Star Trek Next Generation?
Yeah.
And did you enjoy the reboot movies? Yeah.
I did. But I tend to enjoy... I don't mind rebooted things usually because I'm usually pretty good about being able to, like, separate them and not view them all as, like, one entity. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. Like, even with the Blade Runner sequel, I would probably be able to view it as, like, a standalone movie as long as they don't, like, you know, somehow go into the plot of the first one and be like, oh yes, all those events never really happened, or like something like crazy like that. But, you know, I enjoyed the reboot movies. I know not everybody did, but...
Everyone says that Next Generation was too much of a soap opera, but really it was made by a guy who was like dying for a while, and he was just really wanted everything to be perfect. And I was like, yeah, I like it. Mm-hmm. Everyone gets along fine because they're mature adults in the future. Yeah. I always love how Riker and Troy, like, were always like, oh, you're having sex with another person? I have feelings for you, but I'm not going to be a bitch about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, we're going to be mature adults about it. Like, somewhat.
She would see Riker, like, off of some woman, she'd be like, fine, like, I have feelings for you, but I also respect your agency as a sexual being. And then he would see her with, like, some guy, and he'd be like, that's fine. I really like you, but it's okay, and I won't hold this against you later. Yeah. Because you're a sexual being as well.
And you're allowed to honor your desires.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone's just, like, totally therapizing each other as they're going through, being like, yes, oh, this is how I feel, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I really liked it. The only person who had, like, struggles was Data, and that's cool.
Oh, man. Data's character was just amazing.
And I love how other people would just tell Data what the problem was. Yeah. They'd be like, Data, you're kind of taking advantage of this woman who's in a vulnerable emotional state. And he was like, you're right.
Yeah. There was something really amazing about TNG. Even when I watch, like, reruns now that I've watched so many times, you still just puts you in a good place. You know? Yeah.
It's a safe place.
Although I did watch I watched all of the Star Treks aside from Enterprise, which was the one with Scott Bakula, right?
I'm thinking.
It was like the final one that came out.
Oh yeah, the one that was like everyone was like,
but I watched the original.
It was the prequels where everyone was like, why?
I watched the original. I watched TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. So,
what indie games are you looking forward to playing this year? Oh wait, did I say who was? The last one was from Lady Loki. This one is from Indie Meg 15. What indie games are you looking forward to playing this year?
I don't know. I feel like I don't find out about indie games until like within a month or so of their release. Yeah. And because then like stuff picks up around it, and then I'm like, hey, that looks really cool. We should play it. Like we didn't we found out about Firewatch and Oxenfree pretty close to their release dates.
Yes, everyone else seemed to be very hyped up about Firewatch, and we're like, what?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
I think that might have been a reason why we were okay with the ending.
Possible.
But like oh god, here's what I think.
We gave more, there's a video that's going to give thoughts about it.
Yeah, but let me just say, I think a lot of the YouTubers who played Firewatch, the reason why they're so disappointed about not seeing Delilah and not getting together with Delilah is because they had streamer YouTube copies. Yeah. That's what they had. they didn't get to see the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a key component. If they had seen the beginning, they wouldn't have been so disappointed about not seeing Delilah.
Because it sets the game up differently. So for those of you that aren't familiar, the streamer YouTube copy that was given out for Firewatch clipped off the story beginning of Firewatch, where you're kind of introduced to Henry's relationship and everything that's like the backstory that's going on with that. So I can see why people would play through that game and have a very different impression of it than what we had, because we had the regular copy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what indie game are you looking for? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't find out about them until like a couple weeks before they're released, and then I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
The only game I know about that I'm looking forward to is, I can't even talk about it, but Eric Ormby's working on one with his friend, and it's like, I read the game design document.
Eric Hermit,
and it was like, it's about a witch who like goes into magical worlds or something.
Oh yeah, is that the one that he was posting the gifs of like the little witch flying around?
Yeah, I read the game design document, and I can't say anything about it, but it's rad.
How come you got to read it and I didn't?
Why don't you just ask him?
I will.
Okay. How come you got to? I was like, 'cause I asked.
Making a frowny face at you right now.
How come he showed you? And I was like, 'cause I asked him. If you read it, you will like what's in there. Jed Mad Hatter asks, can you guys talk more about fan theories and whatever? I can't, because I have to make them up like every week and be like, this guy is an alien.
You know, fan theories are like really difficult for me. Like if something doesn't strike me while we're playing the game or shortly thereafter, I find it really hard to just like reach in and just find something, which is why I've only made very few of them. It's like I'm not the type of person who is very good at, like you're really good at analyzing things a lot until you just like find secrets. I don't know, my brain doesn't.
You're good at analyzing things though.
Well, yes,
finding a message.
Well, yeah, but like as an analysis, not as like a theory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like one of them I feel like is envisioning like potential and like imagination, and the other one is like I'm gonna pick this apart and figure out how it works and why. Like what are the other things it's
I'm
trying
like
to say.
Sylar from Heroes.
What?
Sylar from Heroes, where he would just look at people's brains and then learn how to.
No, but he didn't have but he wasn't imagining potential, I guess. I feel like we can come up with a better example for you.
Okay.
Rather than being somebody who, opens people's scalps and eats their brains.
Well, he didn't eat them.
I know, Mari.
Okay. Just saying.
You're saying that you don't want to eat brains?
Well, I don't know. They're kind of, fatty. They're made out of all fat.
Yep.
So you're just eating, the gristle.
You're right. Why wouldn't you just want to eat pure avocados?
Yeah. Stacey thinks it's weird that I'll just open up a avocado and start eating it.
Just eat whole avocados.
It's weird.
Yeah.
She thinks it's really weird, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't even like it when people put, sliced up avocado on sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like the texture by itself.
Oh, yeah. What do you like it with? Guacamole?
With all, the spices and, different things in it.
I like the creaminess. Now I want an avocado.
Fuck. Stacey, what have you done?
Stacey's, every time she comes over, she's like, why are you eating so
many? She had 8 avocados. And
they were 4 for $5.
Yeah, but the fact that you're going to be able to eat that many before they spoil is impressive.
Some of them are green, and I really like them. Okay. They're really good.
All right, what's the next question?
There's something about the UN discussing the banning of some hentai and eroji games. What's an eroji game?
Maybe, I don't know.
Eroji game.
Maybe probably erotic games, I don't know.
What's an eroji game? Is a game genre that usually pornographic content and artwork.
Oh, you know what though? So somebody also asked me about this. They were
What are your thoughts on it?
No. I'm confused because I got a question about this too, but it was not talking. It was saying that they were discussing the banning of violence against women and rape in hentai and eroji games, which is a very different question. Like, do I care that there are erotic games? No. Do I care that some of them are really weird? No, I don't care.
To give some context to that, I've seen some of the stuff that's in hentai and eroji games. Like, I've played them, and they get so bad. Like, it's not like... I go on kink sites and stuff where I'm, like, I see stuff, and, like, I know that everything is consensual and stuff. And then I look at the shit in hentai and shit, and I'm like, where? What? Whoa!
Yeah.
You're going, like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why? We're kink shaming, but dude, come on. That's so far. I'm not saying, like, it should be banned, but I can see why people would be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I'm just a little. But I'm wondering, like, what did they actually meet about? If two people asked us a similar question, that's definitely not the same question in my mind.
All I'm saying is that, like, I go to kink sites. I watch fucked up shit. But even when I watch hentai or play, like, a hentai game, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why?
Yeah.
This is too much. And I just watched some guy bleed. Like.
Yeah.
And I just, like, watched some lady tied to a machine.
Oh my god.
And, like, a real lady tied to a machine. And I was like, this is fine. And, like, I don't want to be too specific of the things I look at. But, and then I turn on whatever, and I'm like, no, dude, too much. Why? Why you gotta be so weird?
Yeah, I don't, I'm looking.
I'm not saying that it should be banned. I'm just saying I can understand why people be like, what the fuck?
I'm seeing that there's, like, stories about this, but none of them are really from reputable sources.
So they're trying to cash in on the boner rage.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, it could be real, but literally none of these are
good sources.
Good sources at all. So, if this is a real story,
I don't think it sounds like one of those very, 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 like, specifically outraging headlines.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of your porn. They're getting rid of it. And the porn you need.
And also, there's, like, I mean, also, the United Nations discusses a lot of shit that they'll never do. Also, most of these headlines are from 2009.
Oh, okay. So, basically, someone posted on, like, some forum for, like, people or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like, stuff on, like, Kotaku in Action.
Okay.
That's, like...
But not actually on Kotaku.
No.
And not actually on CNN.
Just and none of... Yeah, it's... So, I will have to wait to see if, like, more comes out about that. But also, just because, just because there's discussion about it doesn't mean that anything will be done, because the UN is, just because they talk about stuff doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Anyways, next question?
I think these two kind of go together.
Okay.
Shrewbland _ asks, how would you personally design a horror game? And Danielle J. Billow, why don't more non-horror games have sad endings? Unnoticed by the response to Life is Strange that most endings give you everything you want.
Oh my god, I love that second question.
So,
I love it.
The reason why that happens is because video games are an extremely personal experience. And it's very difficult to give people a personal experience that's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
People use video games a lot more for escapism than they do for movies, books, and television. Mm-hmm. Television, a long series, that's very difficult to end on a sour note because people have been invested for like 7 years. Mm-hmm. But but a good example is the comparison between Until Dawn and a normal horror movie. That movie, Until Dawn, was written by a B-horror movie director. Like, it wasn't well written.
But they wrote it, like, making fun of tropes.
I know, and then people fell in love with the tropes. And I'm like, how basic are you?
Yeah.
You're the basic bitch of stories. If you're falling that deeply in love with characters from Until Dawn. They went to the Tropes TV page.org and were like, make that.
Well, but that's like part of what I found.
I'm not saying tropes are bad. They're used as a tool, but I'm saying...
Well, yeah, I know. But that's like part of what I found so enjoyable about it, I think, was that I could, like, when you're playing it, it feels like you are playing a stereotypical horror movie.
And people get invested in them because you have some sort of power over what happens to them. Because when you're... Here's the main difference. When people watch movies, they're like, oh my god, they're so stupid. Look how stupid they are for making that dumb decision and getting themselves killed. Mm-hmm. And so, but when we were playing Until Dawn, I was so panicked about, like, not dying. I would choose the wrong option. Mm-hmm. And then they would die. And everyone's like, God, you're so dumb for picking the wrong option. And I'm like...
It's like, it's a horror game. Some of them are going to die. The point is not to have all of them live.
Well, some people thought the point was to have them all live. But it's like...
I mean, but it, like, if
That's not the intention of the creator.
No, I mean, if you look at it like a horror movie, which is what it's supposed to be, essentially... There's always characters that die. Sometimes almost all of them die.
What the fuck was the point of me playing the game if nobody died?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to see people die? Why are you watching this game? Mm-hmm. Why are you playing this game? But I understand. It's that small amount of agency over the character that made it so hard for you to let them go. Mm-hmm. But people are so used to fantasy fulfillment in video games that they can't handle it when... It's not given to them. Mm-hmm. No, do not fucking bring up Mass Effect. I saw it in your eyes! Mass Effect 3's ending doesn't match thematically, Stacy. Don't even bring it up. I'm so pissed you even implied it! I just threw my hat because clearly you don't understand Mass Effect. You don't understand it. I'm mad. I'm kicking my feet in the air because I'm so mad.
You're gonna fall off that chair.
Well, don't even imply Mass Effect with your
I didn't say anything.
I looked at you and you laughed.
You heard me. She's crazy. I don't know where she got that from.
You look into my eyes, and when you said look into my eyes and say, when you said you did not see the word Mass Effect in your eyes. Look into my eyes. Say it. See? She can't deny it.
Oh, I said it on purpose.
I knew it! She's so crazy, I never would have implied that.
Yeah, you guys think that you control Mari. The only one who trolls her really well is me.
Oh, I know what that means. It didn't match thematically. Nothing made sense. One person wrote the first 1.5 games, made the universe, had an entire setup to an ending. Mac fucking Walters comes in. He's like, I know what I need to do. I need to piss on this, scratch it up, go into a room with Casey Hudson, write an ending within 3 hours on a fucking piece of paper, one piece of paper, and circle the words, lots of speculation from everyone.
Yep.
That's what happened. That is why it sucked. Okay? Mm-hmm. It didn't make any fucking sense. Didn't make any sense.
But, okay, and...
Anyway, so,
And also part of the reason why other games, like, they want to give you either a sense of conclusion, because people have trouble not without a sense of conclusion, especially if it's a game that you've been invested in for, like, years and, like, hundreds of hours of your time, right?
Yeah.
Which is why with Dragon Age, there was so much hesitation from everybody being like, oh my god, is this going to be another Mass Effect 3? Right?
Yeah, but the thing is, David Gator stayed on through the whole series, so... And then he passed it on to Patrick Weeks, who is pretty good at respecting works.
Well, what I'm saying is that's why people felt so much trepidation, because they were afraid they were going to be burned again. I had to convince you to play Dragon Age Inquisition.
I know, I was well...
Mari was like, I don't know if I can handle this again.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I can handle being hurt like that again. Mm-hmm. And I was very happy.
And then Solus happened.
But I wasn't mad about Solus. Mm. You know how I was upset, but I accepted it?
Yeah.
Because it made sense that he would do that.
I suppose. I think that you're remembering yourself.
No. I was pissed. And I was mad. I was angry, but I accepted it. I'm not angry to this day. I'm angry at Solus, but I'm not mad at the writers for doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it made sense for him to do it. What wouldn't make sense for him to pop in and be like, doodly-doo, like, I'm Solus, and also, like, a bunch of shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. Fuck you, bye. Like, yeah. No, it all made perfect sense within his character and his history and all that stuff. Like, I could see it coming from a mile away, and I was still mad it was happening. Mm-hmm.
I do sometimes like it when games are willing to go with with an ending that is artistic and complete, like Oxenfree or Firewatch, that is artistic and complete and makes sense,
and
but is
Life
not
is Strange.
And Life is Strange, but is not necessarily you get everything, like, and there's a dance party at the end. Yeah. You remember, like, the end of Saints Row 4? Yeah. Where there's, like, a big dance party at the end? Yeah. Because they don't want to end it and have it be something, like, you know.
I'm glad. Like, as you said, Oxenfree, Firewatch, Life is Strange. Like, those all have, like, bummer endings, but they make sense. They were foreshadowing it, like, thematically and with everything. Like, it made sense. That's what I am willing to accept that, and I'm willing to accept that sadness and experience the sadness and the disappointment and stuff as part of the story.
I was very satisfied with the endings of Firewatch and Oxenfree and Life is Strange. Yeah. I felt like, you know, some people really didn't like those, but I was like, this is great.
And people keep comparing dissatisfying endings to Mass Effect. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Mass Effect was just bad. It was just bad. You sit there and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Because it didn't match any of the themes of Mass Effect. It didn't match any of the, like, ideals of Mass Effect.
Well, and there isn't really any difference between what happens aside from, like, that one shot of them all. You know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just, like...
AJ. Stop.
Like, the whole series is about how being different, like, helped them fight the Reapers, and then suddenly it's like, no. Or what... And this is the writing, the whole third video game, the third installment. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Who did this?
Okay. The trolling is over.
I just am so mad at Mark Walters for ruining this.
How would you design a horror game?
Minimal jump scares. Yeah. Lots of tension. You know what the scare I like the most? Mm-hmm. Is the thing that you don't know is there until it's there.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you give me an example?
Like in Alien, in a lot of the shots, you don't know the alien's there until it moves.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I'm not sure what I would do for that, because, like, even if a game does not have jump scares,
there needs to be some jump scares. I mean, even PT had jump scares.
Well, but, like, I'm a jump scare person. Everything is a jump scare to me. Mm-hmm. So, like, even if a developer's like, there's no jump scares in it, like, I'm still gonna get freaked out by, like, little stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe, I feel like Outlast 2 is just gonna, like, my chest hurts just thinking about it. How we're gonna play it. Oh my god.
I feel like a lot of, not quite seeing the monster stuff. Like, oh my god, that one part where... in PT, where you hear the footsteps, like, upstairs, so you're like, what is that? Yeah. She's been watching you the whole time.
Yeah. I just, like, the reason horror games are, like, so much more scary, I feel like, is because you feel like you have some semblance of control over what's going on. Like... you can't just, it's not like a movie where you can, like, cover your eyes. You actually have to, like, you know, goose the controller forward and decide what to do.
You have to do it. Yeah. In a horror movie, you're like, oh, you're so dumb. And it's like, oh my god, I'm dumb.
I'm so dumb! Yeah. So, let me see if there were any other ones that I had. I don't think so. That looks like about everything.
All right.
Oh, wait. So people have always asked, like, when we met, and I know we've answered that question a million times, but for people who are, like, newer to the channel, they're not going to know that. So.
When did they ask?
Oh, when we met, how we met.
Oh, in rehab.
Yeah. We met in a, what do you, like a...
Oh, residential treatment center.
Yeah, residential treatment center for women with mental health issues. We met about, 6 years ago?
2009.
Yeah. The fall of 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people that people are always like, how are you guys, like, such good friends? And I'm like, I don't know. We met when we were literally both having the worst moment in our lives.
And once you go through that...
And once you go through that together, I feel like...
Yeah, like, you make a lot of friends in there, you drop a lot of friends, but usually you'll come out with one.
Yeah, with one who's just like, wow, this person knows me
ride
so
or
well.
die.
Yeah, ride or die. Ride or die, bitches.
Yeah. There's literally... I killed someone. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I think that's...
Like that time I got in a fight with my boyfriend because I said I would go to you.
To hide the body if you accidentally killed... Or on purpose killed somebody.
Accidentally, Stacey.
Accident. Right, of course. Yeah. Mario was like, yeah, if I killed somebody, I'd go to Stacey.
Well, his proposition for hiding the body was so dumb. I was like, no, that's terrible. I'm going to Stacey.
That's why I was, yeah, and I remember, yeah.
He's like, I would just bury it underneath the porch. I'm like, that's so stupid. Why?
What? Why?
Well, no one's gonna ever look. Yes, they will. Did you ever watch investigation discovery shows? That's always where they find it.
Well, in any case, I think that's about all we had to talk about this week, so...
Alright, bye!
Bye!